I know.
Chill out, let's play some video games.
He's like his one-man army, but I want to see how they're gonna do against Tempo Storm. Like, I'm really stoked to see how this will play. I think I've said it, I don't know, a million times at this point, but
Yeah.
I really want the
Very,
game
very
to
fast
progress.
paced.
Yeah.
Okay, quick little update. Jamili did not have any tournament gear, so he's just setting up his tournament gear really quick. This shouldn't take too long. And after that last little bit of a delay, we're going to get into the series. Sorry about the delays, guys.
Okay, just not forgiven at all. No, I'm kidding.
That new Demon Hunter class, right? Did anyone
Wow.
else play it at
Actually,
BlizzCon?
no, I played it at BlizzCon. It was actually really fun. It was like playing a monk, but just better. I don't know. It just felt perfect. Like monk roll.
You're killing me, man.
I'm sorry, man. Okay, so I tried leveling a monk, and I was like, oh, roll seems so cool, but it kind of gets clunky. And then
Getting
Demon Hunter,
gimped, man,
their dash,
so
I was
hard.
just like, wow, this feels awesome. But I mean, they don't have the same control as a Windwalker. So
It's like
maybe-
their dash is like 3 times faster than a monk's and goes twice as far.
they got the double jump too.
Yeah, but you aren't gonna
That's
be able to use
honestly
that
all
in
I did.
arenas. You aren't gonna be able to use that in arenas or raids or raid battlegrounds.
Oh wait, really?
Which I sort of get, but I don't get. I mean, you can heroic leap up Dalaran sewers from the bottom, but again, I can see, and you can disengage, but I can see why. Because you could juke just constantly without wasting a cooldown.
That would seem so sick, though. I would love that. That's why I wanted to play Demon Hunter. I was like, oh, I'm so ready for the flippy jumps,
Yeah,
especially being a Night Elf.
you are gonna be able to do it in BGs though, and Night Elves are actually gonna be getting black hair, I believe, like Gildan. For
Oh
DPS,
yeah,
So
yeah.
I think that's really
You're able to customize. I was putting on horns and whatnot.
Mhm.
I think. Oh, and I guess that's why they probably put that shoulder mog on and off option, just because of Demon Hunters, because obviously they're cooler.
They're actually
without
giving
the
that an
horns on.
option now.
Yeah, so you're
I've
gonna
been
be able to hide
saying
your
that for
trophies.
years.
Shh. It was their idea. No, but yeah, it felt cool. You had lots of customization options. You were able to put on markings and whatnot.
So gnome hunters are coming in Legion. Any predictions on any other classes that are going to be able to get other, specs?
I don't know.
Cough, cough, working monks, please.
I
Sorry,
don't know. I'm not sure at all, really. I feel like.
working monks, please. I want it. It's like all I want.
Soon you're gonna be asking for undead paladins or something like that. When's it gonna end?
I think they were saying at some point they were going to make it to where every class, could play every spec, but I don't really know if it fits like the fantasy that much.
Really? Yeah, I feel kind of weird about that. I mean,
Yeah.
it would seem cool in some ways, but then it's like, dang.
Torrent
I know that-
rogues.
Yeah.
And you think
sometimes,
about like
like,
a sneaky cow. Like it's just
yeah,
a cow just
You're walking.
coming up behind you in stealth and you don't even notice.
yeah, I know.
Carries
Imagine
like a
purpose of
little
that
bush in front of his face.
with the war stomp, man. Look at the
War
look at the-
stomp opener.
Yeah, the war stomp. Wallbear coming in with a whisper of undead druid. That's what he's asking for, but
Dude, that'd actually be really cool. There's actually I was talking to a few of my friends about, what the forms would look like if they did.
that
know,
doesn't make
different-
sense in the lore, okay?
It
Stop.
doesn't.
What
But like gnomes would
That's
have like
what I think.
a robotic, form with their shapeshifts. Dwarves would have like a stone cat, sort of like the Jade Panther and stuff like that. Mounts. I don't know, just
Wait, so you'd have like a. Wait, so you're saying like a gnome with like a.
like
they-
Meko. They would actually hop into
yeah.
a suit.
Yeah, they would hop into a suit, so it wouldn't actually be them being a druid. It'd be okay. That would actually, yeah, that would be the coolest thing.
I
Just
know, right?
turn into a cat, turn into the manther form.
Jump into
Yeah,
like a
I would
robotic
just play
suit.
that. Yeah, I
That'd
would
be
just play
cool.
that all day. I mean, we already see. Yeah, never mind. I'm not gonna say that one. But
Okay, it does
Here we
look
go.
like Tempo Storm is giving me the okay that they are ready. So hopefully we're going to be getting into this game in a matter of seconds now. So what do you guys think is going to happen? Who do you guys think is going to take this series?
It's anyone's game, to be honest. It's very fast paced, and to be honest, it's just gonna have to play it by ear because it's pretty hard to predict. I think Dilly would
Yeah.
agree with me there.
yeah, definitely.
Okay, so before we jump on into this, let's take a look at the bracket again. We're going to have Tempo Storm up against Perfect Harmony coming up right now. So every game, once again, is going to be starting on the Nagrand Arena. And let's join this queue right now. Oops, gotta rechange this name. We don't want to say that they're the mathletes.
Do you see the guy in chat named Hey Guys and D here?
Is there really? Okay, so we did get into the Grand Arena, so I'm going to be rolling this intro for you guys just for a second, and then afterwards we're going to get into that pregame talk.
Okay.
We actually have a double arcane mage, so this is going to be pretty interesting.
Yeah, so we had the Arcane Arm Pal Mirror, but one thing to notice is that Peekaboo is playing Subtlety and Playtime is playing Assassination. I've seen Playtime almost always play Assassination, and even though I know Peekaboo has played the other specs, I think he is very stubborn with sticking with that Subtlety. I think
he's quoted before he will never switch out of sub. I think he's actually quoted that before.
Yeah, I've quoted him on that, and then he plays Mutilate, and then I make fun of him, and he gets mad.
And then he doesn't about to open here. We're going to be looking on that setup. Actually, Jamili going pretty offensive out there.
They didn't even go for the Shroud, but their Playtime team went for that Shroud. And already there's a bop on that sap by Meriden. Cheap Shot comes out onto Playtime. Peekaboo's not dancing yet, but he's just going for the standard opener, making the pressure onto Yellow Wizard. Elite's in that full Frost Shot, though, and he has a sack on Jamili, but I think that's going to get taken off. So now there's that full Sheep on Elite, stopping all this pressure here.
Actually looking like they're going to be focusing Jamili a little bit as Jamili's trying to go offensive on a Yellow Lizard again. They're both just spell seeing each other, but again, here comes damage from Jamili.
There's the Shadow Dance, there's a full Grow Blind on a Mirrodin, and this is going to have to be... Oh, they actually don't even have blocks, so Yellow Lizard under so much pressure right now. Full Hodge onto Mirrodin, they get the full Sheep off of that. Good play by Jamili. Kenny onto Playtime, they're making the swap here. They're trying to pressure him as much as possible. He's not going to have to save by the Light Proc, so they might be able to get the kill on him, but they get the swap at the last second, and the Cloak of Shadows, and Evasion comes out by Playtime. Mirrodin still no Sheep, so I think they're turning the pressure back onto Mirrodin. They corroded him on his palm. If they can spell steal that, that'd be great. Jamili stole his palm, and he might be able to get a Sheep onto Playtime.
Again,
he actually ended up canceling it because they were on full DR, so that was a nice play by Jamili. And now we see the full Kenny onto Peekaboo, but I don't think they're getting too much damage onto them. They don't have the Mutilate Road cooldowns yet, and there's that full
Bearded's team looking so low on cooldowns right now. Tempest Storm pretty much forced all these cooldowns out of them.
They're going so offensive onto Yellow Lizard. There's that Garou onto Yellow Lizard. Peekaboo getting so much damage. Full Frost Jaw onto Mirrodin. He doesn't have a Trinket. He has his bubble left, and that's a full Sheep. That might be his bubble here, but Jamili is also being taken very low here. There's a Smoke Bomb coming out by Playtime. Yellow Lizard very low as well. Both Paladins trying to do what they can to keep their teammates offensive. Elite has his wings up, but Mirrodin has no wings and his bubble available. So I think they're going to stabilize here. Next setup might just be game.
Yeah, the pressure is not ending right now. Both Paladins, again, now looking really good in cooldowns. Elite actually still has one bop available to them.
Yeah, the dance comes out by Peekaboo. The full Cheap Shot onto Yellow Lizard. He tries to blink away. Full Hodge onto Mirrodin. Half Cheap Shot onto him. DFA comes out by Peekaboo. Yellow Lizard still low. 55% HP. Smoke Bomb comes out by Peekaboo. He has the evasion up, so he can't get peeled. And there's the full Sheep onto Mirrodin. He has nothing left. Yellow Lizard is probably going to go down here. Jamili still that bop too. And they're stealing the bobs back and forth. Full wings by Mirrodin, though. He's going to be able to keep Yellow Lizard offensive at this point. But now there's that half Sheep onto him. Jamili stole his bob back once again. They're trying to get this kill here. Will Tempest Storm be able to do it?
And they're going to be looking for CC out on Mirrodin. There comes a full Hodge and triple CC. Yellow Lizard actually absolutely alone right now.
Oh my god, there's so much pressure here. And there's that full blind, but I think it got sacked. Yeah, he actually blinded into sack. That might have been a misplay by Peekaboo here. So that's going to keep Tempo Storm kind of losing their kill opportunity here. And now the full Kenny goes onto Peekaboo with the Hodge on Elite. They're not getting as much cross CC, but they might be able to get this full Sheep onto Elite. They do get the Palm Sheep by Yellow Lizard.
Mirrodin still has a Trinket for that blind coming out of Peekaboo if he chooses to do that, so he's saving that for that next setup, but a lot of damage on the Yellow Lizard.
Jamili can't get that full Sheep because he got corroded by Playtime, but now they're going to be able to pop the Palm Sheep. Maybe he's not going to be able to get it.
Saber like does proc. He's looking so dangerous though right now. Again, he does not have that ice block available to him. He might just go down here. Very, very low. Evidence is procced to try to... He's actually trying to go for an Invis right here, trying to go for reset. Actually, he's eating right in the middle of the map.
Oh my god. And now there's that full Hodge and Elite, full Sheep onto Mirrodin. He's going to have to trinket that. He's trying to keep Yellow Lizard alive. There's this full Kenny. He has no way out of that. And there's the full Hodge and Mirrodin. Yellow Lizard has no way out, and he's going to go down.
That was a very... It seemed like a very one-sided game with Tempo Storm just being so far ahead in cooldowns, and it just seemed like the pressure was not ending.
Yeah,
Um,
I think a big part of that too is by Pikachu. I can't even say his own name. Okay, by him being subtlety, he's able to have way more windows to get these cross CCs onto them, where he's always able to get the Garrotes onto the Mage and CC on the Rogue. But with the Mutilate Rogue, he can't really get as much as those 3v1s perfectly set up.
on top of that,
And also,
damage.
the damage is once every 2 minutes with that Vendetta, and Peekaboo has his dance every minute, so it's a lot more consistent with that pressure, plus the lockdown, so it's a really smooth game. I feel
about
like
every 30 seconds is about like 120k crit. Again, Peekaboo's highest damaging ability was about 117k Eviscerate, which came from that DFA. So again, Mirrodin does have to deal with that pressure every about 30 seconds or so. But again, he was saving his trinket for that blind. But again, the pressure is just non-stop from Tempo Storm right there. So very well played.
yeah, Peekaboo just going ham.
Pika B. You need to tell him to make an alt named Pika B.
I'm gonna tell him right now. Make an alt named Peekaboo.
That way I'm
It's
technically
all
not
fine.
wrong.
Okay, we're waiting on
Yeah.
confirmation as for what the next map is going to be. It looks like they are picking Tiger's Peak. They want to jump into Tiger's Peak for the second match.
Okay.
So what do you guys think about that?
I think Tiger's Peak, and I'm not really too sure. Maybe they're gonna like that map to potentially drag Tempo Storm into worse positions, because I feel with that Mutilate Rogue, they have more of those just random Gib one-shot opportunities, but it's not as consistent as subtlety. So maybe a map like that, they can kind of get in that awkward position where they can get a quick give onto either Jamili or Peekaboo. You know, if we
Again,
do see that,
Assassination Rogue has a little bit more consistent pressure as Sub Rogue has more burst. So again,
Yeah.
Tiger's Peak is a pretty good map for mages, considering that they have like a lot of LOS points, especially on those sort of platforms. They can line of sight in those statues, which is really, really nice to, you know, either peel for themselves or sometimes even land a good cross CC on the enemy team. So we're going to be jumping right into this intro really quick for Tiger's Peak, and we'll see you back here in a second for the actual commentary.
okay.
All right, so we're going to be going into this Tiger's Peak matchup, sorry, and we're probably going to see whether Tempo Storm wants to go for the invis or they're going to just go out flat out offensive like they were last game. My predictions is that they're probably going to stick with the same strat, try to get the Perfect Harmony team out of stealth with Jamili, you know, kind of going in there and trying to get them out of stealth with the Arcing Explosion, but we'll see how this match plays out.
Yeah, I think they're okay. They are going to go for the double shroud here, so they're going to try to make sure they get this very clean opener right now. Yellow Lizard able to get him out though, and there's a Garrote onto him with a cheap shot onto Elite. It looks like they're actually going to pop the Vendetta onto him, so Elite looks to be the kill target here by Perfect Harmony. We have that full Hodge onto Mirrodin. I don't think Jamili is going to be able to get the sheep off yet onto him.
Again, Wings or Mastery and Saved by the Light actually proc, so a lot of cooldowns forced, but Yellow's taking a lot of damage as well as Saved by the Light. He's taking just a lot of damage. Bop actually is forced. Jamili's going to be trying to
first
spell
Bop,
save that
Wings, and a
line
Trinket.
onto Mirrodin.
They got so much pressure here, and I think Mirrodin's going to be able to get half sapped off this by Peekaboo. He's not going to have one available. He's going to get Frost Shot, and there's the Aura Mastery, so Perfect Harmony just lost all of their cooldowns.
Lead still has his Bop, Bubble, and Trinket available to him. And he seems to be still the kill target, but he seems to be stabilizing right now.
The Yellows are going so low here. He has nothing left to keep him alive. Mirrodin only has his bubble to save him, and then there's a smoke bomb by Peekaboo. He's trying to get as much pressure as possible. The Yellows are going to 15% HP. Mirrodin's trying to keep him alive. There's the last bop and bubble. They have no cooldowns left. I think the next setup is going to be the game if they can just get that Vanish reopener.
Again, Jamili doing a great job instantly spell stealing that Bop, and Yellows are just trying to survive right now. Mirrodin actually getting Frost Shot, and Yellows are still in a lot of trouble right now. Full kidney
onto him.
This could be it.
Garrote comes out by Peekaboo, and this DFA is going to kill him.
Yep. And Tempo Storm will be moving on to the next match. Very, very crazy amount of pressure again.
They
playing
dominated
sub,
that
that was just with Sub Rogue, that was just crazy amount of pressure, and I just don't think they had too much to answer that. But very well played by both teams. It was a good series, and I'm sure they gave it up their all. So let's move